Ooh. Oh, if the next standing heavy punch would have... Yep, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. You see that? Oh, that's the one. That's the Reinhardt. My man, that was the Reinhardt Dawson. What's up, everybody? This is JWong. We're back with a react video, and I saw this from a really popular YouTube channel from a modern vintage gamer, and he talks about Street Fighter 2 and how the computer cheats you and everything like that. So I wanted to just go through it because obviously I played these games and see like how is the computer cheating. And you know, there are some moments where I'm like questioning, like, I don't think this is cheating, right? But there are moments where they are completely cheating. If you guys want to see my reaction and kind of like, I guess, like a myth buster type of thing, or at least, you know, my word on it, at least, hit the like, share, subscribe, turn on bell notification, and yeah, make sure you guys check out the original video, subscribe to Modern Vintage Gamer because it's a well done video, man. Really good, really great stuff. All right, enjoy the video. This is how Street Fighter 2 cheats against you.
Fighting games of all time was Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2.
Its original arcade release in 1991.
Is it World Warrior cheating?
I
mean, Street Fighter 2 do be cheating.
Revolutionized the genre and set a standard for competitive gaming. Street Fighter 2 was massive, and the franchise is still as strong as ever with the
input reading.
Street Fighter 6. And while Street Fighter 2 was popular for its versus fighting mechanic, especially in the arcades,
my man didn't even charge. You saw Gao in charge
to battle against the computer
opponent,
also known as the CPU. And like many arcade games from that era,
Street
Fighter 2's game code was built with mechanics that would often stack the odds against you, and in some instances downright cheat to clinch victory.
Yeah, that's true.
Important to note here,
like mashing throw is also cheating.
Talking about game code.
So every fighting game can have CPU input reads, but it's also depending on the developer how cheap they want to make them. So like SNK games are super famous for that. Street Fighter 2 is also super famous for cheating computer, but that's why you're like, when you fight against computer, you're not supposed to fight them as like a human. You're supposed to cheese them out, find their pattern, find their weakness, and then, you know, it's kind of like when you're fighting like a boss in another game, right? What is up, everybody? I know I'm interrupting your video. I've been, you know, having these PC troubles. You know, every time I come home, computer doesn't really work too much. It's a struggle. It's a bad matchup for me. So shout outs to Star Forge Systems for blessing me with this PC right here. Finally happy that I was able to unbox Star Forge System PC right here, and I'm just really happy that I finally get to play fighting games at the highest quality. They got me a 5090 in there. Do you understand that I can just play modern fighting games now as a person who needs the best of the best to just play at my best? Star Forge System, they understand me. Star Forge System has so many different PCs. They have the Horizon PC, which is perfect for the everyday gamer. It's affordable and fast and great for beginners, noobs like myself, maybe you guys as well too. There's also the Navigator PC. You guys want to flex your gaming experience and take it to the next level, this PC is for you. And then of course the Voyager PCs. These are the high-end and perfect for content creators and people who want the finest gaming setups, which features the 5090 and also new gen products. You know, obviously if you are a person that is creating content on the YouTube or Twitch, the Voyager PC is for you. The best part about it, Star Forge Systems, they're a people person. They want to make sure that whatever you spent, you feel good about it. It's all premium quality, built in Austin, Texas, and a full 2-year parts and labor warranty, so you can be at ease. They also release monthly limited builds with some of your favorite IPs as well. And the most important part is the logo. It's a hammer. So what are you waiting for? I'll have the link down below in the description and also in the pinned comments as well. So check out Star Forge System. Start upgrading, you know, send it to somebody that needs an upgrade as well, and especially if you know somebody's an aspiring content creator, it might help them as well too. I'm gonna start downloading these fighting games, so make sure you guys check out Star Forge Systems and start gaming the right way.
Simply cannot be performed by any human given their reaction times and the approximate 2.6 frames of input delay.
I mean, I don't know if this is a cheat actually.
2.6 frames of
like, you see, I don't know if this is a cheat. I actually think that this might be, you just might mistime it. Maybe standing heavy kicks, hitbox is not good enough, right? Well, because Chun-Li's neutral jump heavy kick is actually really good. Yeah, it's actually really good as a tool just to hit people and cause a knockdown. So I don't know if this is a cheat or this is an exploit from the CPU. It just I think it just worked out.
Input delay that the arcade game has. But we have to remember that this is the 90s and arcade games are there to take your money. Street Fighter 2 would be no exception.
Hadouken.
Now, I have to say this, I'm going to use the term AI
AI.
to describe how the CPU opponent has been programmed to fight against the player. This term obviously means something far different in 2025, but AI has been a...
Oh, see, that's like right there. That's cheating. This right here, you saw how Chun-Li dodged that fireball? Like this right here, this is cheating. That was actually cheating right there. That one right there was pretty cheesy.
When Ken attempts a low sweep kick, she becomes invincible.
I feel like I could debate that. You can debate that. You can be like, oh, you know, it's just like the hurt box doesn't go that far. Like his attack, like that range, you know, where you see like the green and red, like it just doesn't, it might not just go that far. Like Chun-Li's leg might not just be there, right? I think you could fight that. You know, if there was like a Phoenix Wright, like I would be like, hold it, objection. Like I think I could fight that.
And collision detection seems to be temporarily disabled, and the result is she just laughs at the move that you're trying to make and jumps right over it. During this fight, it happened at least 2 times. Now, what's interesting here is when the game is running at normal speed, sometimes it's hard to know if you were just too slow to react or if you absolutely landed that blow.
I don't know.
Most of the time, your instincts were probably right. You absolutely did land that blow, and this game is absolutely cheating. What's happening here is what many arcade games of the era did, and that is to read your inputs. We've covered this very same topic during our breakdown of both Mortal Kombat 2 and NBA Jam, and the concepts are much the same here.
Okay, you block, yeah, looks fair, looks fair.
Animation frame is displayed, the CPU is reading your joystick and button inputs.
Yeah, that's true. They it's like an auto block, right? Auto block for sure.
One of the counter moves is to disable collisions.
Ooh. So for this, for Zangief winning, okay, there was this term where specific moves just have more priority than other moves. Priority, right, doesn't make sense in modern fighting game terms, but priority in older terms was like, okay, this move is just more powerful than this other attack, right? So Zangief's sweep is actually known to have lots of priority, which means probably in the most scientific way possible to explain it is it has way more active frames, right? The startup is fast and there's a lot of active frames on the sweep. So even if the sweep is already out and you eventually press a button, you just lose automatically because the active frame is insane. That's what it comes down to. It just comes down to that like older games just have these nonsense. This doesn't make sense, like frame data, the amount of active frames, you know, the numbers were just everywhere. They were just absurd, right? So I think that's what it comes down to, is that there was just priority. Like Zangief's crouching heavy kick out prioritizes Ken's crouching heavy kick, right? Because even if you do it in human, I feel like Zangief's crouching heavy kick would win here. This is actually, I think, it could be a cheat from the CPU, but I've seen Zangief sweep just win like this in general when I play against other Zangief players in like Hyper Fighting and ST, right? So the sweep hasn't changed since the beginning of time. Nah, see, that's not, what do you mean? That's fine. That's not cheat. Clearly, Honda's sweep came out faster than Ken's sweep. Right, we can agree with that. We can agree with that one right here. Yeah, like we can agree with this one. This one I think is Honda just attacked first, right? Like Honda clearly attacked first before Ken's sweep came out. Nah, that was just mistimed. That was just mistimed. My man, he was on the ground still. That's not cheating as well. That's just a mistimed fireball. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's not cheating.
There are many other examples where the game...
See, that's cheating. This is cheating right here. Okay, I'll give you this.
Yeah, there are many other examples.
My man said, "Oh, flash kick on standing, no charge."
Where the game disables collisions to gain the upper hand. But let's move on. Charging attacks seem like they have an entirely different set of rules for the CPU.
What's good saying?
This is one of the most infuriating.
Yeah, that's cheating. This is cheating. Hell yeah.
And its iterations. As Guile, in order to perform his flash kick or sonic boom, down and back on the joystick must be held down for approximately 1.5 seconds to charge.
The guide says 2 seconds. Like, I think 1.5 seconds might be wrong. Obviously, it's based off how many frames you charge, but I'm pretty sure when I used to read manuals or even like tips and tricks or like what the move list is usually hold back 2 seconds, press forward punch, or hold down 2 seconds, press up and kick, right? So maybe it's I think it's 2 seconds. How do you count that in your head? Like back in the day, think about it. This is from the 90s, right? 90s and like, you know, like 90s. And then you're look at the move list. You think they says, all right, yeah, count wait 1.7 seconds, and then you do up, charge move. Like, how do you count that in your head? 1, 2, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why they use 2 seconds, right? It might be 1.7 seconds, but like theoretically, like realistically, you're gonna have to tell people 2 seconds because I don't think you could count 1.7 seconds in your head.
With many characters possessing them. However, when you're fighting against an opponent that has charging attacks such as Guile, the CPU can charge these moves
stun. Yeah, 3 hit
much less
stun.
time than any human opponent can. As an example,
Yo, my man, why is he only pressing jump heavy kick sweep though, or standing heavy kick? Like, let me get some combos.
a CPU performing Guile's flash kick is executed much faster, and in some instances, it's done from a standing position.
Yeah, this one is cheating. I'll give you that. That one, the computer be cheating. They got some secret tech that we never have discovered how to do that.
Even attempt to hide it. Now there is some.
Ooh, you saw that? That was godlike. He did.
Will fake a charge attack by crouching down for about 3 or 4 frames, but charging up the move at this level of speed is still impossible to do. And it's certainly not just the sonic boom.
That was good common sense. He said sonic boom. Honda. He's a Dostoy. Okay.
In Street Fighter 2, a character...
Oh, was the Honda supposed to be cheating there? I don't see what's cheating about the Honda. Yeah, I feel like that was crouch medium kick. Right, crouch medium kick. Yeah, that was 2 seconds, right? And then he does sumo splash. Headbutt. That's not cheating because you can charge headbutt while doing sumo splash. Yeah, I think that still counts as frames too. Right, with a button, heavy button, and then you have enough charge for that. That sounds about right.
In Street Fighter 2,
appreciate you, Tier 1 Collins.
Dizzy. This occurs when a character takes...
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear that.
In Street Fighter 2, a character can become dizzy.
Yeah.
This occurs when a character takes more stun damage in a short period of time than their stun value.
Okay.
They enter a dizzy state. This is an animation of birds around the character's head.
Yeah,
in a dizzy state,
usually 3 hits, like 3 consecutive hits will cause a dizzy, sometimes 2, because the stun is kind of random. I think if it's 2 hits, the game is like, oh, counter hit, but like there's no indication of counter hit in this game. But maybe there was a counter hit, maybe there's a counter hit there. I don't know. But everyone always say, yes, if you get a 2-hit stun, that's random.
Puts you at a significant disadvantage because your opponent has an opportunity to do some free damage. In order to get out of...
Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, wait. I just had to see that damage from Vega real fast.
To do some free damage.
My man, did you see the damage on Vega? He didn't talk about the damage that he just did. Like, god damn, that was 2 hits and that did 50? My man, he did jump, roundhouse, stand fierce, and like, yo, you saw the damage?
Because your opponent has an opportunity to do some free damage.
Oh, 2-hit stun as well too?
To get out of a dizzy state, you must spend
you gotta mash
on the joystick.
Yeah, you gotta mash. You gotta mash.
But the rules of dizzy are once again different as the CPU.
It's
programmed to get out of a dizzy state much faster than is humanly possible.
Yeah, that's true.
The CPU needs
they mash out stun
frames to recover from dizzy in Street Fighter 2.
They mash out stun. I feel like that's actually slow for the computer. Like I'm pretty sure there's other moments where I saw the computer just mash out like less than 1 frame. There's definitely faster CPU mashes CPU that they mash out of that.
Free hit. This is much faster than a human possibly can.
I can mash out fast. Yeah, I can. I mean, I can mash out pretty fast.
Even if you spam left and right on the joystick as fast as possible. And if you think that's bad, check out Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah, see, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one where it's just instant.
Did you blink and miss it?
Instant.
Let's run it again. The CPU can often get out of dizzy state in about 5 frames, which significantly reduces your chances.
Stun is merely a suggestion.
On any CPU
yeah, you have to do something right away.
In Street Fighter 2, when your character gets caught in certain moves, like in Zangief's bear hug or Blanca's headbutt, the game locks you into a damaging animation that slowly drains your health bar. Normally, you'd break free after a certain time and the fight resumes. But here's the thing. Mashing buttons and wiggling the joystick can help you escape
Yeah.
faster, minimizing the damage.
Yeah, that's
this
true.
all sounds fine until you realize that the CPU can mash, and it mashes way faster than you can possibly do yourself.
Nah, I feel like I'm mashing out though. Like 100%. Like if I get thrown by the computer off of a throw, like I don't take that much damage. Like I'll take like maybe 4 bites, but I think I'm not taking over 4 bites.
In Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, CPU mashing is downright infuriating. What would be a commanding lead in a particular round can turn into a bad defeat very quickly if the CPU character traps you.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? So like Dawson Noogie is kind of fast. Dawson, like you see how he fast is? Dawson Noogie is fast. Shout outs to Ryan Hart. Because Ryan Hart told me the funniest story ever. He said he was fighting a Dawson. You know, it's like his first, like he's a kid on the SNES, right? The SNES. That's how he called it. And he was fighting against Dawson, and like he's like, oh man, I haven't lost a single battle yet because he wants to try to beat the game of 1 credit, right? He had to fight Dawson before you fight the 4 bosses like Balrog, Vega, Sagat, and Bison. So he's like on this crazy run right now. It's his first time, and he fought Dawson before he fight Balrog. He about to destroy Balrog. You know, he about to destroy Dawson, right? He's like literally like almost about to win, and then Dawson lands the noogie grab, and you know on the pad on this SNES pad you can't really mash. Like it's terrible to mash on the SNES pad, right? Like there's like you're not gonna like wiggle your thumbs like this like crazy, right? So he said, I kid you not, he told me that he went from 100% to 10% health from the noogie grab because he couldn't mash out at all. My man had no friction on his thumbs, so because he had no friction on his thumbs, he lost. He literally died to Dawson's noogie grab because the Dawson was just noogie, and he couldn't mash out because my man had no friction on his thumb. So yeah, that was really funny when he told me that story. It had me dying. So every time I see Ryan Hart, I always, you know, we're having a gathering. I always tell Ryan Hart, yo, tell him that story that you told me about Dawson on the SNES where he just noogied you. So that was actually cheating from the computer. I'll give you that.
Defeat very quickly if the CPU character traps you and starts mashing. The problem here is that the CPU mashes their buttons much faster than you can, knocking tons of life from your meter.
Bro, first of all, you see this? This is a perfect example. He gets hit by this Honda grab,
here is that the CPU,
right? And he doesn't mash out because you clearly see him standing after he gets out. I'm not losing this much health. I'm not losing this much health, like, right? Like, you know what I mean? If the computer's grabbing me, I'm not losing that much health.
Tons of life from your meter. And if you ever played Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, you know exactly what I'm talking about here.
Ooh. Oh, if the next standing heavy punch would have... Yep, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. You see that? Oh, that's the one. That's the Ryan Hart. My man, that was the Ryan Hart Dawson. That's the Ryan Hart, bro. Oh, my God. I'm about to send him this clip and be like, yo, does this remind you? Is this familiar to you?
It's definitely infuriating, and there are more issues, including...
But you can mash out of that, though. Maybe not on the SNES pad. No friction on the thumbs.
Speed, which is a result of reading your inputs and coming up with a moveset to counter depending on the difficulty set in the arcade game and how many rounds in you are. This can be punishing, and it can also be unfair, but it's hard to imagine it being any other way. Just like MK2, the insane AI is a part of the fabric.
MK2 is crazy. So unique. But Street Fighter 2, I feel like Street Fighter is really easy to beat compared to MK. MK is harder.
16-bit nature of the Motorola.
Oh, nah, that's crazy.
Street Fighter 2 games. The AI logic in the game was...
My man did the green hand into the double super. Oh! Yo, where did he grab you? Where did he grab you? My man, you were far away. You were sweep range.
Rather, it's running from predetermined code logic based on inputs that were read. It's not rocket science, and the game made millions in the arcade, and it's now one of the...
You can't attack Zangief like that anyway, though. Zangief, like, reversal command throw, like you just spin the joystick while blocking is, you know, it actually was a legit strategy for grapplers back in the day. That's why grapplers are so bad now. They got nerfed because they wanted to get rid of this like mashing, you know, like strike invo throws, you know, get it out the way.
In the world. But at the end of the day, if you thought you sucked at playing Street Fighter 2 against the CPU, you weren't alone. It's just another in a long line of arcade games
sure you
that
can.
An unfair advantage to take your money.
Hey, he's stuck.
And with that,
no, sure you can.
For today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.
No, that was a good video. That was a great video, though. I'm not gonna lie. This guy, Modern Vintage Gamer, he made a great SF2 video, how Street Fighter 2 cheats against you. That was actually pretty fun to watch. Thanks for watching the whole video. Appreciate all the support. I also have a Patreon, and we're just doing a lot of cool stuff on there, giveaways, getting people better. So if you guys want that, link is down below in the description. And also, big shout outs to everybody that has subscribed to the Patreon. All the names are literally just coming out right here. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.